Hello, awakened beings. Welcome to this channel. Here I do tarot and oracle readings to support you along your spiritual journey. If that interests you, feel free to check out any other content on the channel as well as interact with this video as you feel called to. Today's reading is an all signs reading, what you don't see coming, and this is a timeless reading. All right, starting with Aries. Let's get into it. Aries. What you don't see coming, Aries. Whoa. The Fool card. You got your major arcana. Facade. Something that you think is going to turn out a certain way isn't. So be prepared for change. Be prepared to pivot and just kind of think on your feet. Also, if you're feeling like you're stuck in a situation or that you're alone in a situation, I do feel like there's some sort of wisdom or something coming in to support you. Like maybe a person coming in, or maybe even a memory. It feels like some sort of a memory or download that just is like this aha moment that's coming to you to help you out of whatever situation that you're in. Okay, so just be a little bit more patient with the situation because help and support is coming. But be prepared for a change, okay? All right. One more message. There's a message about valuing relationships at this time. So even for some of you, maybe even a loved one or an old friend, somebody you haven't heard from in a while, might be coming back or trying to communicate and connect with you. Okay. What else? Independence. Wow, I rarely get this card. Independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. I do definitely feel like a situation. So yes, you're getting support, but also there's some strengthening that's happening. Look at how he's holding this child's hand. So definitely a message too about like being compassionate towards yourself. And I did say something about being patient. So being patient and compassionate towards yourself with whatever situation is happening, or more so the changes that are occurring, because it's some sort of change that you might not be anticipating, right? That's why we have this reading. So definitely patience and compassion towards yourself is going to be required, and also whoever is trying to come in and support you. Okay. I feel like giving this person grace might be needed as well. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Let me see. I do feel like, hold on, somebody could be asking for your help. Aries, somebody could be asking for your help. This could be somebody coming out of the woodworks. Okay. And for some of you, this is somebody who's always asking for help, actually. And so for maybe one person or a few of you, you will know if this is you by the way that you feel. Okay. So if this is somebody who keeps coming out of the woodworks whenever they need something, listen to how you feel about that, because if you're always, okay, this image came through, when if you're on a plane and they have the little mask that come down and you put it on over your face, the whole idea is that you want to save yourself or make sure that you're in a position, a healthy position, before you can save anybody else. Because if you're not in a healthy position to help and support, then you're just going to go down and not going to be helpful. Okay. So there's this message of like, making sure that you are taking care of yourself, being passionate, giving grace and things like that, so that you're in a position to even do anything. Pivot the way that you need to pivot, or whatever the situation needs. Okay? All right, moving on to, we just did Aries. Let's go ahead with Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius, what you don't see coming. Sagittarius, what you don't see coming. Okay. We got Ten of Swords. What you don't see coming, Sagittarius. Soulmate. Okay, somebody's true colors are being revealed. Okay. And this is helping you elevate yourself, or like have some sort of realization about yourself. It's almost like you have an inner knowing, like you're intuitive at this time, and you can kind of foresee that something just isn't connecting the way that it needs to connect. Okay, Ten of Swords is basically, the end. But of course, with an end, there's a new beginning as well. Okay, so there's a message here about like not overthinking things or being too in your head, because you know what you feel and you know what you're seeing. Okay, you know what it is. So I would say there's a message here about taking a pause as well during this situation or whatever is coming up for you, because it's an ending and there's something that you can turn it into. Like there's a benefit to it, when there's an ending, there's a new beginning. You can open the door to something else. So listen to your own inner calling and inner knowing about what the next stage is for you. Okay, what else? Abundance. Divine Beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. Okay. So for some of you, this is about changes in finances, changes in career, but also for some of you, it's about your health and relationships. Okay. Ten of Swords. Swords is the air card. Okay, so there's something about your way of thinking, your beliefs, communication, thought patterns, whatever. It just, there's an end coming to that, and it's almost like, maybe you're tuning more into a growth mindset or looking for more possibilities, and that change in your thoughts alone is unlocking more potential, or doorways for you, because you're seeing new avenues that you didn't see before. Okay, so whatever situation is coming up for you, it's an ending, but just keep in mind what you can do with it, what you can turn it around into. Okay, because you're unlocking a whole another level. All right, think of it like a video game. Okay, it's not game over, it's the next level. Okay. And so you're starting in maybe a new environment, or a new something that's not familiar, because it's the next stage for you. Okay. Sorry about that. So don't even worry. Okay. That was your reading, Sagittarius. Let's move on to Leo. Leo, what you don't see coming. Okay, Leo, you got two cards here. Queen of Pentacles and Temperance. Oh. Hey, we got Soulmate card. You might have some Sagittarius in your chart, or dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay. There's also a little bit of Gemini here. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Temperance. What don't they see coming? Leo. A relationship is going very well. There's a connection that's balancing out. It's very well. But also, something in your life, basically something in your life is going really well. We got Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, this is about your health and fitness goals. You've made some changes and your progress is there. Like you can see the progress. You can see the changes. Okay. What else? Mm-hmm. So, so the progress is there, and you're embodying another version or a new version of yourself. Soulmate. Yeah, you're feeling very good and vibrant, but also your attraction and magnetism is very high. Okay. I mean, it already is high because you're a Leo. You know what I mean? But no, it's high. So, manifestation powers are kicking in more. Let's see. But I also see there's a connection here that's, balancing out. There's like a healthy balance of give and take. Someone wanting to offer you something. I don't know if they want to offer you, well, they want to offer you money and time. And there's some emotions in there too. Okay. There's some emotions in there. Somebody likes you. Okay. What else? Why do these cards be going all over the place? Okay. Sanctuary. Yep. Purr. A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath. Enter and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Yeah, so the work that you're doing for yourself, like, the way that you're treating yourself, like, I definitely see you just, you're meeting your health goals, you're being intentional with your time, and, just investing into your looks. And you might be changing up your hair, changing up like a routine in some sort of way, but it feels really good to you. And because you feel good, like I said, your magnetism is on point. Okay. So I mean, yeah, you're attracting a love interest. Okay. But also attracting some money. Attracting some money. Okay. Okay. All right. So that money can come in the form of this love interest, like they want to spoil you, give you some things, prove themselves. Or the money can come as like a career opportunity that's really aligned with your heart space. Okay. That's what I see for you, Leo. Thank you for watching. We're going to move on to, let's see, what's the air sign? There's Gemini. We'll go with Gemini. Gemini, what you don't see coming. Seven of Chalices. Gemini. Confusion. Okay. Gemini, there's something that's going to require your attention. It's something that you haven't really paid attention to. Like, for most of you, I feel like it's a person. Like, this person is trying to get your attention and trying to, like, whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Like, honestly, for some of you, I feel like this person may be messed up and they're trying to come around and, like, apologize or, like, convince you of something. There might even be a little bit of manipulation in here. I don't know. But for some of you, I feel like there's a person trying to, like, convince you of something. Okay, it could even be in business or, other areas of your life. Okay. But I feel like something is trying to grab your attention. So for most of you, it's a person. But I feel like there's something else. It could even be that you're like listening to a new podcast, or you find some new a new content person or a new hobby. For some of you, it's a new hobby. Something that you're just like, I might want to try this. So you start trying it and you feel like, I don't know, like maybe you can get more into it. It just feels like something gets your attention and you're listening, but you're not fully convinced. So even with the hobby or the podcast, whatever, there's something new coming in that's piquing your interest. It's got your attention, but you're just kind of like, let me feel this out. Okay. Yeah, I hear most of you saying, "No, let me try this for myself. Let me see this for myself." I'm not sure. Huh. Spaciousness. Okay. What do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. Okay, so like I said, a new hobby or a new something that's interesting you, and you're just kind of like dipping your feet into it. But also with this spaciousness, this is talking about releasing things, people, places, things that drain your energy. So for those of you who a person does come circling back, really listen to your intuition to figure out if this person is worth letting back into your circle, letting back into your head, your heart, your space. Okay. Honestly, I intuitively feel like they're not, but it's your life. You know what they've done or whatever. I would say too, because like I do feel manipulation here. So if it feels manipulative, then hard pass. That's just, readings are for entertainment purposes only. You direct your own life, but just some advice there. Okay, so that is your reading, Gemini. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it was helpful. Take care. All right, we're going to move into Libra. Libra, what you don't see coming. Okay, Six of Swords, Libra. We got Six of Swords, perception. You're definitely glowing up. You're definitely glowing up. But you're also creating more. You're looking for more things to create. And that's coming from just like a new perspective of like, I just feel like you're watching what other people are doing and kind of getting ideas. You're getting ideas from here, there, everywhere. And then you're kind of like, okay, now I want to try this. I want to apply this. Let me see how this looks. That kind of thing. Okay. And you're feeling good about it. You're feeling very explorative and creative. Okay. But there's something that you're going to come across that just feels like very sweet. So maybe you start working on some like changing your diet to have more sweets in it, but I'm not talking about like candies and stuff. I'm talking about like fruits. It's more fruit, strawberry, peaches, oranges, juicy. Okay, there's this juicy energy coming from you. Okay, what else here? Oops. Striving. Eventually, the individual's egos, what? Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. Yeah, I definitely feel that. You're just kind of taking in and observing, and then you're just kind of making like a decision of like, oh, you know what, I'll try this, or this feels good, this tastes good, this looks good. And you're letting it feed your soul, feed your aura, feed your essence. You know what I'm saying? And with that, that's allowing you to be more creative. Look how this door is open. Okay. It's like she came to the door and like looked at this whole fairy world like, oh wow, I didn't know all this was here. It's so beautiful. It's so there's so much more. So yeah, I feel like there's so much more. And even you just got this driving card, right? So there's like more opening up to you, becoming available to you. Okay. And also because you're open to like gifts from the universe. So like when the universe gives you gifts, it can come in multiple forms, right? Perception. So it feels like your mind is open, and so you're allowing gifts to come from people, allowing gifts to come from nature, allowing yourself to stumble upon things. Okay. So yeah, huge advice here to just remain open, go with the flow, and allowing your attraction and magnetism to do all the work. Okay, because you've got a serious glow up here that's just bringing blessings to you. So keep your mind focused on just manifesting and or attracting, you know what I mean? Keeping your mind loose, not I I'm contradicting myself. I said focused, but then also loose. So it's almost like focus on things that you want to create, but loose for the process in which you receive them. I hope that makes sense. Okay? All right, that is your reading, Libra. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, what you don't see coming. Ooh, the World card. Okay. Aquarius, what you don't see coming. So they're showing me a book, like the end of a book. So I don't know if that's a metaphor as for something in your life that's ending, or you just finally finish a book or a series that you've been really into. Could even be like a show series that you've been super excited about or binging, or something like that. Okay. Instinct. Okay, yeah. There is something coming to an end. Let's see. What is it? Some sort of a chapter. For some of you, I feel like for you personally, this has to do with like a certain way that you don't want to be anymore. Because like I tuned into this lion here, and it just seems like maybe you've been very vocal about like exerting your energy towards things, maybe even doing some activism. I don't know, it just seems like you've been using your voice a lot, but it seems like that's kind of quieting down. Like perhaps you are choosing to, I don't know, it's like choosing peace, but that's not exactly what I want to say. You're being more selective with your energy and where you're exerting your energy. Some things you don't always have to comment on. So I just feel like maybe you're withdrawing. You're withdrawing and being more just kind of by yourself. This feels, for some of you, you might be leaving a relationship or a connection. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're leaving something and going off on your own. This could have to do with work, could have to do with friendship, family, romance. But there's something that you feel called to leave behind, and you're moving. It's like you can feel it in your spirit that you just want a little bit more peace and quiet. So you could actually even be going like on a hike or away somewhere, moving cross country, you know. It seems like there's a different scenery that you're looking for, different environment, maybe even different people. Like at this time, it doesn't seem like you want to be around people, but it just feels like the path that you're going on, and when you come out of it, the people that you're going to be around are going to be a little different because you're different, you know? But yeah. And there's something about the full moon or the cycle of the moon. So if you're looking for some sort of timing or sign for something, pay attention to the moon phases, because something could be happening or a message could come through for you, a download, during a certain moon phase, whether it's the full moon, the new moon, or something. But pay attention to the moon phases. Okay. All right. Okay. You got compassion. And these also jumped out too. I'll use them all. Okay, so you got compassion, calmness, and perfectionism. So let's start with this. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born. See? Drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self-acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. Okay? I've already talked about that. You know, you're leaving something behind and you're choosing yourself. You're being more peaceful. You're changing up your environment and the people around you. Okay? And that is an act of compassion. It's an act of self-love. Okay? So we got calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. Yep. Okay, we talked about that. And then perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. All right. I'll just leave that with you. So that is your reading, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. All right, we're going to move into the water signs. Let's start with Cancer. Cancer, what you don't see coming. Page of Swords. Somebody wants to talk to you. Instinct. All right, somebody wants to talk to you, but they're scared. And I don't know why they're scared. Or maybe you want to talk to somebody else or somebody. But yeah, this person is scared. Let's see. There's also an idea. Okay, I get it. So for some of you, somebody wants to talk to you and they're nervous about that. They haven't revealed themselves. This could be like a new person that you're just meeting or something, or somebody, I don't know. This feels very new, or somebody wants to talk to you about something specific and they don't know how to bring it up. Okay, that's for some of you. For others of you, this is about some sort of idea or download that you have that you're a little nervous about taking a leap on or communicating or working towards. But there's some sort of idea here or something that's on your mind that you're thinking about that just feels very hidden. Okay, something needs to be said or brought out. It needs to come out of the body, come out of the vessel, come out of the spirit, and it's not coming out. So let's see here. Patience. Okay. If you tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. This feels very passive aggressive though. Like somebody is not speaking directly. It feels very passive aggressive, like they're trying to drop hints that aren't landing. So if this involves another person, then I feel like there's difference in communication styles, okay? Maybe you're both passive aggressive and so nobody's actually saying what needs to be said. Maybe somebody has a need that's not being met and they're not communicating it. If you tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Somebody's nervous about something as well. I mean, why I said that, but they have a hard time trusting that somebody else can help them. I'm picking up on somebody who feels like they need to do everything as well. Okay. So for a few of you, there could be some over communication. And that's coming from anxiety of a fear of things not being done, or, or things going wrong. Somebody keeps expecting the worst. Okay. So, okay, there's a message here about letting things be. Like, it's going to be what it is. Like, if you try to prevent every single thing that happens, it's almost like there's no way that you can avoid any and everything. Okay. Because things are going to go and turn out as they're going to turn out. You just hope for the best. You do it and hope for the best. So, yeah, I just sense a lot of anxiety and fear about something going wrong. There could be a lack of communication or over communication. But at the end of the day, just let things be how they should be or how they're going to be. And then you move based on that. You know what I mean? You can't force things. You don't chase, you attract. So if you're living in fear and anxiety, then you're attracting the worst possible outcome. You know what I'm saying? So embody the energy and the outcome that you want to happen instead of trying to chase it or force it. Okay? And look at the bumblebee up here. Bumblebees are a reflection of, happiness, honey, buzzing, humming, happiness. Okay? So, it would be a great idea to incorporate some things that are going to help you with anxiety, or introduce that into the relationship for the other person if that's who needs it, for whoever this is for. Okay? So, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for tuning in. All right, who's next? Scorpio? Scorpio, what you don't see coming. Okay, 3 of Cups. Someone wants to party. So you could be invited out to something. You could be invited to a celebration. Maybe you're celebrating something. There's some sort of party, celebration. Okay? Dancing. Maybe even like some sort of recital or dance troupe, show. Okay? Event. Miracle. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like whoever is watching could be involved in something artistic, something expressive, and could be taking part in some sort of event. Okay, maybe your friends are helping you plan it or showing up to support you, or vice versa. But there's some sort of just like happy, flowy event going on. Okay, nice. Hold on. Okay, that came out. There's one more somewhere. Oh. Ooh, alrighty. Alright, you got self-love. Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. For some of you, I do feel like there's like some sort of sisterhood thing, or like you know how like on Facebook sometimes people will organize gatherings for like women or men or people with disability. Like, I don't know, they're like different communities or with different purposes and stuff like that. So like it just seems like there's something being organized that you're partaking in, and it feels like a sisterhood or a community that really helps you to practice some self-love. Okay, so if you're not sure what this event is, then maybe if you're on Facebook or if you're on social media or something, and an ad pops up like, hey, in your city, da 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 da. You know, maybe pay attention to it because it's some sort of something that you can go to that could be very healing and expressive for you. Okay. And look, we got doubt. So before I read this, it just kind of feels like, yeah, something you might not be drawn to right away. You know, like maybe a friend is like, hey, I'm going to this, you should come with me. And you're kind of like, but it feels like something that's really good for you. And with your relationship to yourself, or the relationship to your body, you know, just it feels very healing. Okay. So doubt. Offering all to the divine doesn't mean negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you, show me your will, and restore me to faith and confidence. Okay? So it doesn't matter how you look doing it. It doesn't matter if you don't have the right clothes. It doesn't matter if you don't have XYZ or whatever. Just get started. Just do it. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be, you know, refreshing. So, period. All right, that is your reading, Scorpio. Let's tune into Pisces. Pisces, what you don't see coming. Damn. Three of Wands. Okay, progress is being made, but it's like kind of slow. And it's like you're doing something and you're like standing over it, like, okay, did you grow yet? Are you okay? Like, how's it going? And then finally you see like some sprouts, you know? It just kind of feels like you've been waiting for something to sprout, to take off, to do anything, something, and now it's happening. It might even happen when like you took your eyes off of it. It's almost like you were hovering over it the whole time, and then you're like, you know, whatever, this is not doing anything, and then you walk away, and then all of a sudden you turn back and it's like 3 feet tall or whatever. That's just a metaphor, okay? But yeah, that's what it feels like. Self-worth, okay? But that's the thing that I was just thinking is like, you know, if you're doing something and you're hovering over it, waiting for results, I don't know, it's more kind of like we want to attract, right? So we want to do the work, you know, put the energy into it, and then let whatever happens to it. You know what I mean? And that's what attraction is. The more that you work on yourself, the inner work, the more you work on your confidence, the more you dive into your inner temple, then it shapes your outer world. Okay? So it just seems like you were kind of hovering over something, but it's like the moment you stop focusing on the outcome, the moment you stop focusing on what things look like or the progress, and you just let it be, that's when it's like, oh, okay, now I feel it, you know? All right. Damn. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Creative blocks. See? Creative blocks. If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Okay? Yeah. It seemed like you were just in a moment of stagnation, waiting for that progress, waiting for that spark, waiting for something to happen. But yeah, I feel like that block is being removed. Okay? So cool. All right, that's you, Pisces. Thank you for tuning in. Hope it was helpful. All right, moving on to Taurus. Taurus, what you don't see coming. Ace of Wands. What's that song? You got to get lucky. It's on. Oh, I'm up all night to get lucky. I'm up all night to get lucky. Okay, cool. Somebody is flirty. Facade. Okay. What else? I feel like for some of you, the first thing that's coming up is there's somebody that you are beginning to feel attracted to that you weren't initially. Like, you're getting to see who they are. You're getting to see, more qualities about them. And this could even also be about you. Like, maybe, some things about you are changing. You're becoming more passionate about something in particular, something you thought that you weren't going to like, now you like. Ultimately, you're diving deeper into something. Okay. This could be a connection where you feel like you can be, either you feel like you can be in your inner child, like maybe your inner child feels safe, or that you feel like you can be in more of a mentor role to this person or to this connection. But either way, you like it. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like the walls are coming down. Like, maybe there were some walls around the connection before, but now there's like some vulnerability, and that is like sexy to you or whatever. You feel drawn to that, to the vulnerability. Okay. Money. Okay. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. Okay. This is a side message. I don't know how many people it's for. But if you are specifically looking for like a sugar daddy, okay, it's coming. Or a sugar mama, whatever. If you're wanting some sugar, that's coming through. Okay. But at the end of the day, you're attracting somebody who enjoys your company. Okay. What else is going on? I do also feel for someone here that there's a chapter beginning around career or hobby. Maybe something that makes the inner child feel very good, So maybe it doesn't feel like a creative hobby though. So I don't know what it is for you guys, but there's something, because Ace of Wands is this card of passion, So there could be something that you're starting to spark passion for. Okay. We do have a lot of flowers here. So I mean, it could be a form of artistic expression in some way that makes you feel good, and it could be something that brings in money for you. Okay. Is there anything else for Taurus? I do feel like this is a beginning for something. I don't know. It feels like because I'm being drawn to the mountains here. So you've got a path that ahead of you that isn't going to be a straight road. It feels kind of bumpy. Like you're going to have some challenges with this though. Okay, so whether it's some sort of hobby that you want to pursue to make money off of, or whether you attract this sugar mama daddy, whatever it is, this connection, whatever that you're attracting or passionate about, involved in, feeling very butterfly-y about, there's going to be some challenges with it. Okay. Okay. I do feel like you might have to leave something behind, because now I'm being drawn with at these branches. There's no leaves on it at all. And also they're walking away, right? So you might have to, yeah. Usually when you want to gain something or make a change, you have to, sacrifice something or give up something to make room. You have to release. So, yeah, there's going to be a give and take here, or some sort of a balancing out that you're going to have to do, okay? All right, so that was your reading, Taurus. Thank you for tuning in. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, what they don't see coming. King of Swords, okay. Virgo, what you don't see coming. Facade. Virgo, what you don't see, hold on. Okay. Come on, Virgo, what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming. There we go, health. Okay. First of all, Virgo, please speak kindly of yourself and speak kindly of those around you, or just be intentional with your words and the way that you're thinking. Because look at him. This is the King of Swords. He is in charge of, or like he's very smart. His communication, his word is his wand. His word is his wand. He waves his wand and all these butterflies are coming out and blessing everybody. Okay? So really be intentional about the way that you're speaking to yourself, the way that you're speaking to others, and just like what you're thinking about, okay? So we have the health card. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me to be a loving ally and friend to the sacred form, okay? So really lock in on these health goals. And health isn't just about, okay, getting in the gym or, working out, or drinking water and dieting. Health is about what you feed yourself. What are you listening to? Who are you around? What are you thinking about? Where is your time and energy going? Are you investing it into yourself, the things that you love, the things that rejuvenate you? Okay? So really look at these butterflies and how they are just a blessing. And all he did was wave his wand. He's like an orchestra, or or maestro, or conductor. That's what I was looking for. Okay, Virgo. So as far as what you don't see coming, I feel like Spirit is bringing some sort of situation or realization, message, download to you that really is going to like hit home. Okay, there could be a message coming from a loved one, an elder, parent, sibling, a close friend, whoever. I just feel like there's a message coming from a loved one that's really gonna like soothe you, or kind of be like this wake up call. Just there's some sort of message or bonding moment that's really like, that's very profound, okay? And it's really just gonna, and it could even be like, hey, you are locked in, you are doing your fitness stuff and all that, and so you're gonna take notice of what's happening to you, like what's changing on a cellular level. And you might even get some feedback from the people around you of the changes that you're making. Like maybe they don't know that you've stopped eating this, or maybe they don't know that you stopped listening to XYZ, but when they're around you, your aura is different, you're smiling different or whatever. So it just seems like either you're locking in or you're already locked in, but this is about you. Your word is your wand, okay? Your word is your wand, and you're definitely like, it just seems like you're holding the hand of your past self, like, we don't have to be here no more, we don't have to be stagnant no more, so we're going to go ahead and walk forward. So I definitely see you changing habits or committing to habits, okay? Anything else? Yeah, health is improving because I'm being drawn to accepting of my body no matter what ailments I may have. Okay? So I feel like you're healing in some way, or you're healing in some way, but also there's some acceptance here as well. And that acceptance in itself is healing. Like you're coming to terms with, oh, this is me. Or you're coming to terms with, I don't have to think this way. I don't have to be this way. So let me just take my own hand and here's where I want to go. So that's where we're going. You know what I mean? So you guys are really taking something serious. Okay? You're getting feedback from people, you're getting downloads, and you're feeling good. You're feeling blessed. All right? I do also see that this is going to bleed into like your work. Because once you clean up your mindset and everything, then you're like, oh, I can do this. Why haven't I done that? You know what I mean? So I feel like this is going to blend into your work and you're going to see changes in your work. Okay? Okay. I think that's all I've got for you, Virgo. All right, we're going to tune into Capricorn. Capricorn, what you don't see coming. Whoa. Oh. Did you get two? No, just one. Okay, we got Knight of Chalices, Capricorn. Release. You got two. Make it God's and body. Okay, so something is stressing you out. Let's start with this. So it says, release the idea of my as soon as you start to say the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from the prison of my dear Lord. Okay, something's been stressing you out and you're releasing it. You're moving away from it. And for a lot of you, I do feel like it's a job. But there could be something else as well. Maybe even a connection, because we do have cups here. But there's something that you're releasing. And just look at this person. They're literally just like, yay! Like, I don't know. But also, a knight is a movement card. So yes, you're moving away from something, but you're moving towards something else. Okay? Okay, let's see. We got body. Show me, divine, how to love and fully care for this body. Please give me the radiant miracle of accepting my body as it is. Okay? So maybe somebody here could have a goal around work that has to do with like fitness. Like maybe you want to be like a fitness influencer or something. Or maybe you want to do something like, I don't know, parkour, like whatever. So for some of you, you're changing your career towards something that's more active and that is aligned with where your heart's at. Okay? That's not going to be for everyone. For others of you, like I said, you could be releasing a connection, relationship, or something. Okay. For some of you, I do feel like maybe you're moving. But it just seems like if you're moving, I keep being drawn to how excited this person is and just kind of like, yay. So I just feel like maybe the place that you could be moving out of was not the best. Like maybe you had a crappy landlord, or maybe stuff was always leaking or something, or maybe there were always neighbors being loud, stuff like that. It just seems like something has been bothering you and you're finally able to release it. Okay. So yeah, that could be your living environment, your job. Okay. I mean, am I getting anything else? I do feel like whatever you're leaving behind is really just going to help you care for yourself more. You know, like literally you leaving is an act of self-love. You leaving is an act of self-love. You're just going to feel lighter. And also it seems like something was noisy. So like going back to the living situation, maybe there were loud neighbors, or maybe you were letting somebody stay in your home and they were always being loud and stuff like that. But I'm just being drawn to this here, and I've never been drawn to that before. So I just feel like something might have been very noisy or just kind of disturbed your peace in whatever way that was. Okay. Also, I feel like maybe some sort of connection where the person was always like a Debbie Downer. Okay. They never really had anything going for them or something positive to talk about. So there's like this complaining energy here. Okay. So I don't know. Anyways, so it seems like you're moving along somewhere else, and that's helping you kind of focus on whatever routine you want to get into, whatever new space you want to get into. Okay. So I do also see you like being active in a way that you weren't before. So maybe you're getting a new fitness routine, or you know, something like that. A new skincare routine. Maybe even going to the spa, going to a place that's going to like rejuvenate your body, you know, massage, something like that. Skincare, hair care, something where you're kind of like treating yourself. Okay. So that's what I see for you, Capricorn. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good luck on your journey. Take care.